So fancy. Okay, we are now recording. I will start us off. Welcome to Sponsored by Nobody. This week, sponsored by chocolate. Oh, so good. It is February 2021, and you're listening to Leaves in the Jungle, Season 1, Episode 14. In this game, we will be using the Wildsea world setting and system. Also, you guys will notice that this is the first time you've heard my voice say the episode number for a little while. That is because there was technical difficulties, we'll say. Maybe you have heard my voice. I don't know how we're actually going to deal with the technical difficulties. That's future me's problem. Yeah. Anyway, what? Oh, I am Ian, and we have...
Austin playing Yaku, the Zealocray.
Bev playing Rook, the Ardent.
I'm Dylan playing Jisun, the Gao.
And I'm Jonathan playing Gomez, the Ectus.
And we have a lovely guest star today. Do you want to introduce yourself, lovely guest star?
Hello, this is Doug playing Vimenfeld, the Gao.
Vimenfeld?
Vimenfeld, yes.
Okay, excellent. Yes, so we have a lovely guest star who will be joining us for this episode. But before we get there, what did you guys do last episode? Last episode with these characters, not last episode the listeners listened to, because as listeners and you guys know, the last episode was the other crew, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe the last episode for listeners was the regular episode. The last episode we did was the other crew. I'm not sure if it was out of order for the listeners. I'm sorry.
So as soon as you unjumble that Escher-esque jumble of words...
I'm just picturing like a lot of yarn that just like you're just pulling threads and then you're like, oh, there's the end.
There's been some technical difficulties on our end. I'm not going to lie.
Technically, it's human error.
I just picture Charlie Day with his wall. Pins and strings, man. It's all connected.
Excellent.
So we ended up leaving
Ghost pirate ship.
the Reach and encountering a ghost pirate ship along the way, or attempting to leave. I don't know if we quite escaped the skin farm Reach yet.
We discovered that
you
salted
did.
chocolate is a weapon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. And we Scooby-Dooed that boat, and we two boats that were crashed together.
Two ghost boats.
We inadvertently ended up completely taking sides. Although I'm a little annoyed that we never got like a what's the name of those people from Lord of the Rings who had their ghost contract with the blood of Isildur?
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of annoyed that we didn't get one of those packs.
Which ghosts?
The ones that were Drock's old mentor, I think?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, anyway, so now we've got two completely salvageable ships to just have fun picking apart.
Yes.
And recreating the bow breaker.
On that note, normally we do our little intro warm-up thing, but I didn't plan one for this, so I'm just going to say something. Last episode for you guys, I think it's 2 episodes for listeners, you mentioned crocodiles or alligators, and I strongly stated that was excellent foreshadowing. As this episode, I have planned scorpion gators. That's...
What?
Why do big things need to have venom with you?
Why do you need to take bad things and take other bad things and say, do you know what will be great? Extra bad.
You know, I've really enjoyed my time with you guys, and I will miss you. This has been a really fun game.
It's been a ride.
You know, it's fine. I like making new characters.
Sails off in the Delta Flyer.
I am just currently picturing a crocodile, but then suddenly its legs pull a full that moment from the thing where like the big spider legs come out of it. And then the tail just arches from the back. That's what's happening in my mind right now, and I can't go to sleep.
I'm sorry, guys. Like my home planet needs me.
Mimicked a crane, like standing there, so it looked like a bird until you went up to it, and then you were full of poison.
Excellent.
I'm imagining that like they have the problem where their jaws have a really hard time opening up because their muscles are all designed to close, and so they get around that by having formed these like scorpion jaw or claw things. But the main use of the scorpion claws isn't to grab prey, but rather to grab its own jaws and pull them open quite faster, so that then they can snap. Also, they like hold on while the jaws compress, so it snaps like a rubber band with even more force.
I'm just picturing like somebody just playing with a mouse trap, but not properly setting it all the way, just snapping it over and over.
Yeah, and like the claws aren't like on the top and bottom. The claws are on the side, so it's like a person is just grabbing their own mouth, pulling it open, and then snapping it closed.
Okay, well now I'm just picturing my son because that's like something you would do.
These things are terrifying. Thank you.
Wash your hands before you do this, people.
I'm just glad we're not playing like Call of Cthulhu with you or something like that. Like I'm so blessed that we're playing Wildsea right now, and it's all
we're not playing the Nightmare Fuel game.
I describe the indescribable.
I usually get like in arguments when I play Call of Cthulhu because I'm like, that's not that scary though. It's just a freaky fish guy.
Never underestimate freaky fish guy if you're terrified of outside and non-white races.
Yeah, but I'm like, but I believe in this because it's real, guys. It's just a ghost, guys. It's fine.
Yes. So that's your creative prompt there, and I think we did a lot better than I anticipated with the creative prompt. So I'm glad you guys are excited for Scorpion Gators.
Yes, I'm pretty sure the term is trepidatious.
I think it's more like called Scorpion Gate.
I'm just gonna prepare and backload into my pocket, exclaiming to burn it with fire. Just gonna have that in the pocket for when I need to pull that out.
We can use some salvage to make a temporary piece of gear called Burn It With Fire.
There you go.
Oh, you know what? I've got a tool belt. All I need is flame.
Okay.
Perfect.
So, you guys, in the downtime when listeners weren't listening, I hope, theoretically. Oh, God.
Hello, listener.
So,
hello, FBI guy.
When only the FBI was listening, you guys had decided that you were going to stay at the ghost ships to salvage them for a while, which I said would give you extra stakes, but would cause a event to happen. So that this episode is that event. You guys spent several days here, and you didn't end up, instead of retrofitting the bow breaker, which was your original kind of goal, you realized that one of the other ships was larger than the bow breaker and had it was a nicer ship. So instead of retrofitting the bow breaker, you took all your stuff from the bow breaker and put it on the other ship, including like unscrewing the name bow breaker and just welding it back onto the other ship.
Oh yeah, I fully Frankensteined our ship into the new ship like one of those parasitic mushrooms in Tsitzi's Pets.
Just a patchwork.
Yeah,
of old ship and new ship, with just like the old bow breaker is skewed, just kind of like off at an odd angle, bolted to the side.
Would now be a good opportunity for me to use one of my milestones to do a ship project that Rook has been considering?
Yeah, actually, anyone who wants to use a milestone, I'll give you guys this time. Everybody can use a milestone if they want. I won't give you actions for other downtime actions, but I will give you milestone actions for the days that you were here working on stuff.
Okay.
So go ahead, Rook.
Yeah. So she was pulling apart. Well, she started pulling apart the big ship, and then was all like, "No, I'm just going to pull apart our ship and Frankenstein it on there." I think also during the course of it, her and Jisun started building a still because we just have so much fruit. But kind of as we're getting to the end, she realizes that because of just the way that this particular ship is put together, she might actually be able to pull off an idea that she had cooking in the back of her head that she wasn't sure she'd be able to pull off with the with Bowbreaker 0.1. Which is, I'm going to use my milestone, take that, ancestors.
Excellent milestone.
to take the what was it? Was it sonograph that we found, or was it like the record player? What was
The
that?
phonograph.
The phonograph. Thank you. And
Yeah.
phonograph, sorry. And wire it so that now the ship has a speaker sound system that like can play through any room in the ship that has the speakers turned on.
Well, we already did have tubes too, because I remember communicating with you guys in the engine room.
Yeah. I basically I took things and like some of the pre-existing tech in the new ship and I just made a sweet sound system. And the way I'm kind of justifying it with the Take That ancestors is I'm still a little salty about how they were just getting on me about not being a warrior as we were taking out the ghosts. So I've just set, in my mind, this became my vengeance because now I'm going to use this system to blast all the music that the young kids like that they hate.
Yes.
And also kind of because like I've gone like full rebel against my roots, like you guys just kind of like see me one day and I've just like, come to breakfast one morning having freshly, like come out of the shower or whatever. And I've dyed my hair blue. Just, maybe I've got an extra piercing now. But just, yeah, I kind of went through my rebel phase. And now that all the ship is, now that everything is wired and we can blast the music, I've got a cup of tea and I'm good now.
Cool.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We'll put that onto the ship later, but I'll mark that.
Yeah. Now, just so that becomes something that I put onto the ship. Does that affect any of my? Can I use that to affect my tracks, or that I'm working on? That's a 3.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you're using that to make stakes in the ship? Because I think I said you could, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're using that to make stakes in the ship, which can, yeah. So we'll deal with that off screen.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That should work. And then, okay. So who's next?
I could go next.
Go for it.
So, how does upgrading the children work?
You need to
You love and
get
nurture
stakes
them
in the
and
ship.
make sure they get an education. Oh.
So, you could use your mutual teachings minor milestone, and I believe it's some resources. Yeah, salvage or specimen, and then two minor milestones and 2 pieces of salvage or specimens makes a stake in the ship.
I only have 1 minor milestone.
Yeah, but Bev just put 3 minor milestones technically into it. So yours now makes, between the 2 of you, you make 4 stakes in the ship.
Oh.
Or sorry, you make 2 stakes in the ship. 2 stakes.
Okay, I will use mutual teachings and go through Drock's book with the children and start teaching them like from the beginning, like I was taught with Drock.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Like using his exact words. It's like plagiarizing the heck out of his speech.
Weirdly, it's the speech from Fane.
I love Clash of the Titans.
I'm just picturing the Braveheart speech.
CC Yaku screaming in some
what?
dead dialect on a table, the children staring at him in awe, spiders flinging off as he's pointing dramatically in the distance.
Oh man, I'm just picturing that he's like,
one
like
dropping in a pot of soup.
It's almost like he's spitting spiders out of his little like mouth frame from the shield. They're just flying out, going yay!
Going into very intricate detail about how you can't kill the dredge because they're made of pure energy.
Exactly.
Excellent.
That movie so much. That is also the music I'm playing. The ship is just the soundtrack to Titan.
Oh my god. Gomez is jamming.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. Is I'll help generate stakes for the children with the mutual teachings.
Okay. And then Gomez and Jisan, what are you guys up to?
I think Gomez is going to learn how to hunt.
Oh, and the kids are going to teach me slang. 'cause it's mutual.
That's fair. There you go.
Slang that they learned on the skin farm from being impoverished orphans.
The best kind of slang.
I would like you to send me a list of slang to add to my vocabulary, Ian.
Oh yeah. I'll get that for next session. Don't worry.
I guess I was going to spend ghostly engine repair to learn how to hunt, but I'm like, I don't really know if that really tracks.
You could do either of your minor milestones would track for hunting.
I only have two minors.
I feel like all the slang would be
I'm just saying you would get
flappy.
almost there.
Oh, true. I almost want to pick up Hex so I could do cool arcanautic stuff.
Ghostly engine repair would work for Hex if you want to pick up Hex.
Inspiration from the ghostly energies.
Yeah. Gonna pick that
Are
up.
there lingering ghostly energies on the ship?
There's a little bit, but it's dissipating sort of thing.
How hard was it to transfer the moths?
The moths?
Yeah.
You guys, actually, that's a funny story. Does anyone want to describe how they transferred the moths over?
So I built a big light on the ship. I just built a big, I don't know, I'm trying to think, like, we wouldn't want to do an open flame, so did I just find, like, the biggest bug zapper I could manufacture super quickly? But, like, turns out that, like, the hue on the light was just the right kind of hue to actually kind of turn the moths into not just, like, lusting for the light, but maybe a slight blood rage. And I'll let somebody else take the story from there, because I've got nothing after that.
After said blood rage was triggered, they noticed the little spiders hanging around.
Oh no.
They started chasing me across the ship as like
Scooby-Doo
music is playing.
I did not plan this. I'm so sorry.
Until one of you points out, I don't know which to jump over across to the new ship. And hopefully one of you is holding a door open below deck somewhere.
I feel like it would be Jisan.
I'm gonna try to lead them in and juke them out.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just like, I'm shaking my head, man. I just
with the door open.
You can't see it, but I'm just sitting here like, oh man.
We're accomplished sailors.
Yeah, you are. Totally. 100%. Like, why didn't you just smoke them out and then carry them over?
I imagine our characters would just be mystified at the idea of going on a voyage and just not having anything happen for long periods of time and be like, cabin fever, that sounds nice. That's comfy.
Sounds safe.
That's relaxing.
Excellent.
So I guess that's how we get the moths over.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. I think Jisan. No, wait. Yeah, you took Hex, Gomez. So Jisan, you're left. What would you like to do?
I would like.
Oh boy, you got lots of milestones.
I would like a giant frying pan, please.
Yes. That's excellent.
My quote unquote giant spoon, so to speak.
Yeah. That's from the, not the steep. What is it?
It's char. It's my own.
It's the char. Yeah.
It's still char.
Yeah. Yeah, the reef iron pan, a colossal implement, deals close quarter blunt damage.
It's a 4-track.
Yes.
Is it cast iron?
It'll cast you across the sea is what it'll do.
Mm-hmm. And
excellent.
I guess that'll be my salty surprise.
I think,
plus
is that
a few more?
Gain a new aspect. Yeah, that's 6. So
that's
yeah,
6.
You're salty surprise and then 3 others.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Well stacked. I love your, just a giant frying pan spoon.
You make it out of the bow breaker.
Yeah.
Why not?
Excellent. Yeah, just take it. You just, as you guys are finishing up cleaning off the bow breaker, Jisan just takes off this like chunk and like forges it with some help, and now he has this large. Yeah, go ahead, Jisun.
Well, we've got too many frying pans, man. It's like they had their minor galley or whatever, right? And so like we're moving things over, and there's too many frying pans, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna keep putting these pans together to create a giant pan.
The ultimate pan.
So wait, is it sectioned?
It's just a huge singular pan with a very long handle on it. That's made for maximum clang.
Uber clang.
I do like the clang.
I mean,
Most
it will also
beautiful.
serve breakfast to like 6 to 10, depending.
That's perfect.
That's awesome.
We can get how many more orphans with that?
None. We don't get orphans.
We've had these children for a long time.
Yeah, this is our family, man. I don't know what
Did you
you're
not
even
tell
talking
them they're
about.
adopted? I assumed they knew.
Calm down, Mom.
We gotta get used to keeping the story up. Otherwise, people are gonna find us out that we stole a bunch of kids from the skin farmers.
Guys, you guys are all so bad at this. You guys are literally the worst at salty I've ever seen. I'm not having this conversation with you in the open air anymore. It's just bad vibes. It's going to happen again.
Okay. So
just quick,
Attaching random bits.
and maybe we'll just figure this out at the end. But would, in theory, there just be useful, but at this point, I have no use for it. Just like pieces of scrap metal and rope and like just stuff that we could turn into salvage.
I will give you guys a few bits of salvage at the end. Maybe
Cool.
We'll see how this session goes.
Cool.
So, as you guys finish up making the last little tweaks to the new bow breaker, you obviously feel like you want to stay here a little bit longer and salvage as much as you possibly can and make the new bow. Yeah, exactly. Salvaging raspberries and chocolate and all that jazz. Making the new bow breaker infinitely better with the force of both of these ships. You wake up one morning to see a ship coming over the horizon. And what is Wilmfelt, would you like to describe your ship?
Of course. It is just floating along the tops of the trees. It is modeled black and green and just seems to flow as the waves go itself. It seems almost to go with the wind, but behind that's a deceptively large frame floating along. But it does seem to be coming towards the ships.
Is it covered in a bit of a haze or anything like that?
Well, you're taken far too much by its beauty and its flow as it moves through. But you notice behind this magical mist floating beyond with light gently going behind, illuminating its back.
Excellent. So yeah, you guys see this thing coming towards you.
Call out. I shake. Go downstairs. Bang Rook awake. What are your spooky eyes see out the window?
I am fully awake now, thanks. Yeah, kind
I
of
know
like
she sees ghosts.
I just kind of like become aware, and I just kind of like pull a pillow over my head, and I go, no. I don't understand the gravity of the situation, and you say ghosts, so I'm just gonna like do that thing where I'm under my blanket and my pillow, going, not real.
Eat it. I flip her out of bed.
Which is very, because I always imagined that I have a hammock, so that's gonna be thud, thud hard. I kind of just like glare at you, and I just kind of like put on not pajamas, just kind of like dressing myself as I'm like going to where you want me to go. Like, what is it? It's not wake up time yet. I have not had tea. What do you want? And then I
point her out the window mid-sentence.
Yeah, and then I see the ship, and sorry, how was it described? Like the flow, the ship had beautiful flow.
You are mesmerized by it.
Yeah, I take one
It
look
is
at that
black
ship.
and green and a very sleek design for such a large ship.
I just see that and I go, nice.
Don't forget that you're also in awe of its beauty.
Oh, I'm so in awe. Like this is salivating.
I was
Aw.
definitely loud enough to wake everybody else up.
Now, curious, does Ghost Sight pick up on anything?
Yes. Wilmfeld.
Vimenvelt?
Vimenvelt.
Velma and Louise?
Everybody picks names I can't pronounce, and I find it purposefully against me.
It's beautiful.
Wilmfeld, does your ship contain any ghosts or spirits? And does it contain any electromagnetic propulsion systems?
No. We are currently ghost-free. And we currently travel through better technology than simply electromagnetics.
Okay. So yeah, Rook, you don't see anything out of the ordinary on this ship.
Except that I don't see anything. That's
Yeah,
right.
except yeah.
Okay, well I kind of just relayed the guys. I'm like, okay, well, plus side, definitely not ghosts. Much more concerning is I cannot tell how this thing is moving, which is weird for me, and I don't like that. But I also
Well, I mean, doesn't our ship just go by bee power?
yes. I don't. Is there anything to indicate that that ship is run on bees or any other form of insect?
I don't know. I don't have your
Yeah.
spooky eyes as we're putting it now. I guess.
I'm asking my eyes. I'm asking our firefly over here.
Yeah.
Who I
yeah,
just now am picturing is a little glowing bug that's just kind of like the Watchers in Marvel.
So things normally move on the sea through, chainsaws pulling them forward, or like jet engines pushing them forward, or even sails potentially. Some ships have like grappling hooks that shoot and pull them forward. Other ships have like skirtling claws on the bottom, like a centipede almost. So Velmfelt, how does your ship move forward?
Yes.
All of you.
It does move.
So you do notice almost like these grabbing tentacles going out, silently getting the tops of trees and just moving backwards, almost like 20 different slight tentacles grabbing and pulling in this mesmerized rhythm.
These tentacles, do they look like actually like organic tentacles, or are they like like mechanical but functionally the same as tentacles?
It is like a dance of technology. Whoever is behind these controls is an artist playing with your eyes.
Okay, I just turned to the other side. I'm like, I turned to Tsitsi and I'm like, can you signal them to come here, because I have to get a closer look at that. It's beautiful, and I think I'm crying a little. And it's so pretty, and I have nothing in my brain that says that I possibly have a bad track record with this line of thinking.
Oh no!
Nothing at all.
Yeah, nothing.
I feel like this actually usually goes okay for us. It went a little weird that one time, but it was just that one time.
And I just turned to the rest and I'm like, exactly, we can make more friends.
As I'm banging upstairs, what's Jisun doing as all this noise and yelling and shaking is going on?
Well, assuming that I see this boat and I see these tentacles, my first thought is nope, obviously. And I assume that I was probably on my way to show them my new awesome frying pan. Oh man, what do we even do here? Can I start the boat myself? Like, can I just throw off and see if I'm gonna go slap the bees? That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta go slap the bees. Wait, if I slap the bees, then Rook's going to be really mad. Okay, so Rook needs to slap the bees. I need to go and...
You need to slap Rook, so Rook
I
slaps bees.
need to show Rook my frying pan, if you know what I mean, in a literal sense. Okay, I gotcha. I'm charging down. I'm charging down into the our hold, our sleeping area, whatever. And I'm seeing
Did we go up to? Did we look out a window, or are we up on deck looking at it?
Out the window, and now I'm going upstairs,
okay,
seeing him charge past downstairs, holding a giant frying pan.
Got it.
And like I look over and I see Rook like looking out the window, already seeing the ship, and I just like kind of like look at the frying pan sadly a little bit. You're already awake. What's your take? You need to get those. You need to get the bees up like right away. We need to get moving. That is not a good sign. Nothing that beautiful could ever be anything but the most deadly.
I take one look at him. I'm like, first of all, that is a magnificent frying pan. Where did you get that?
I made it from a bigger frying pan.
So you...
That's made from sugar, but it's not...
the frying pan,
like
not
a wok?
the point. Okay, I know that, like, in our world of mystery and intrigue and very, very large Venus flytraps, the big pretty things usually mean death and destruction, but I'm just saying... That's so pretty.
I kind of just like drift off and look at the tentacles, like shifting it over the thing and like zoom in, and I just start like sweating uncomfortably, and I'm like, yes, beautiful. So
what
beautiful.
Does that look like?
Yeah, what?
Describe to me what a sweating cow looks like.
It's just
like slowly like shriveling actually to produce these drops of liquid on my surface. You probably shouldn't lick them.
Excellent.
I mean,
you probably shouldn't lick them.
Like
you actually
probably,
first guess.
If I'm
you shouldn't lick people's sweat in the first place. Really, it's considered rude. But,
whoa! Don't shame people.
It's the future, man.
Oh wow!
We don't judge here, okay?
I am not ready for this conversation. Let's.
So you like squeeze your own liquid out.
We can all agree that consensual licking is okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
is that just something we could ask for?
Moving on from the licking.
CC is not here for this part of this conversation.
Oh my god, Rook, can you slap the bees awake, please? We need to get those bees online.
First, have you ever tried to slap a swarm of bees? I want to see you try, just so I can laugh. Second,
I'm on my way.
Sure.
I'm not even looking for fun.
I like literally am like doing that thing where I'm like running in front of him and like trying to like no, stop, like becoming like human like chair wedged in the door kind of a situation, you know. Like, but seriously, friends, resources, powerful allies. I feel like we might want these in the future, and it's just so pretty. You have not convinced me yet that this is necessary. You are judging a book by its cover. That's racist.
So
while you guys are arguing over this,
it's instinct plus signaling, is it?
Yes, but while you guys are arguing over this, the ship has now come within, like, they are at your doorstep.
I was already heading upstairs to signal.
Yeah, no, this ship has overtaken you, for lack of better words. It is slightly bigger than your ship, but it is not massively bigger than your ship.
I mean, I wasn't going to say anything.
I look at Rook. I look at the pan. I'm like, I obviously have that. Like, this wouldn't solve any problems, but it is my first impulse, and I'm going to go cook some breakfast because that is probably my best battle strategy here.
Excellent. Yes.
As he's walking away, I put in a request. I'm like, is it possible that we could get fried mushroom omelets because I have a craving for some reason now?
So rude.
I don't think you can say that.
That's so weird.
Not him mushrooms, edible mushrooms.
Start chopping up my arm, putting it in the stir fry, crying.
Shit, part of the crew.
Wait, that's legal.
So signal for are you peaceful? Do you wish to communicate? Big old kilo flag.
Perfect.
6-4.
I see that
Excellent.
this is happening, and I start making like a welcome to the shift gift basket.
Excellent. Yeah, Vilmdefelt, you see the signaling flags for "Are you peaceful? Do you want to communicate?" As you see the ship slowly starting to look like they're getting ready to, for the day.
Mm-hmm. So as they're for the day, we are bringing the ship in, and slowly our grabbers are coming in to grab onto our ship, onto the large ship that they're at. We flash back one bright light as it slowly and magically fades.
Excellent. So you have grabbed their ship?
Well, the
Or-
the ship that they were starting to steal from.
Oh, okay. So
The
your
remnants.
grabbers have grabbed. Are you grabbing both of the ships they're salvaging from, or just one of the ships?
Are they nearby, side by side?
Yeah.
We are sitting ourselves right in the middle and grabbing and hugging both of them with care and affection.
Excellent. Yeah, you guys see this. They've totally grappled onto both of the ships you were salvaging, and yeah, bright light.
So what you're saying is that technically, right now, we are one Omni ship.
No.
Can I just out of Rook? Is it possible that this ship that's just landed is I mean, like, currently my fan theory is what's the species, the ship part of the ship species, the
Ironbound.
Ironbound.
Is this an ironbound that wants to make love to us?
No, you would have known that because you would have seen it with Ghost.
That's
I believe.
true. I still am not completely convinced the ship doesn't want to make love to ours, but
That's fair. That's fair.
But I do see the tentacles wrapping around the ship, and I start to go, oh.
We need to finish decoupling from the ship. So one of those two ships is the old bow breaker now, because we're on the new ship.
Well, I like to think of it as I disassembled the old bow breaker.
Well, there'd still be the remnant. We can't reattach an old, smaller hull.
Yeah.
It's
like an old skin, like a dead skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, we need to decouple. And do I understand what the one signal light means? With my signaling?
Roll to understand.
5-3.
5-3. Roughly, what does it mean? Wildemfelt? Why do I keep calling you Wilhelm? I don't know.
Because you really want it to be a lot simpler than Wilhelm Welt.
You understand that we're signaling that we are a torch in the darkness, a bright light unto the world.
I yell back, "We got a cult! Hit the engines!"
I just kind of see the tentacles coming down around the ship, and I just kind of read the room, and I'm like,
I'm running
and then
back.
I turn on the bees, and I turn on the engine, and I just kind of give her full power. Grumpy. Maybe go out and look and see if I can get a closer look at tentacles. For idea.
How are we attached to the old ship?
I assume you guys just had some ropes and planks.
Sweet. On my way running up to the cabin, I'm going to cut them with my jaw spear.
There you go.
And then hoping and yelling down to the tubes, brace yourselves, click this thing into full forward.
So,
I go up
would it be possible to go on to the deck with my crew?
Yes.
With some of my crew?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to step out. I don't know exactly what the ships look like, so I would like to step out onto my deck with 5 of my crew members.
Excellent. And you're on your ship, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys see, are you all Gao or?
We are all Gao. You see
Yeah, go ahead.
You see someone at the front with a trail of spores in this black robe. It looks like a single one, but it's suddenly these glowing flashes coming from it. You see it's lightly trailing sheets. There are 4 what seems very militaristic guards to the side, very attentive. And there seems to be one person standing just to the right and behind the person at the center, just alert and waiting. Would I see anyone right now to speak at?
Yeah, you do see them running around on the ship, like cutting planks and cutting ropes, and like their ship is starting to move a little bit away. Like they've started to warm their engines up.
Gomez is on the deck.
Yeah, Gomez and Zitzi are on the deck. So there's a cactus person, which are the Actus, and Zitzi Yaku is the
You see an orange
Chillicray.
cloaked figure with a silver smiling metal helmet and armor plates.
Yeah,
like,
and then what?
Pennants
go ahead.
and everything.
And what does Gomez look like? Sorry, that's a good
Gomez
idea.
is I think Gomez is like 2 meters tall, but about like maybe like a 1 1/3 meters up. There's a human face tattooed, where like it's its chest, but maybe it was his head at one point. Wearing like a vest and like a Krezerin protection vest, and just a real big dude. Well, a real big cactus dude. A big cactus person. They're not really in bloom, so gender doesn't really matter to them right now.
It's fair. Yeah, you see this.
Okay, so I would like to quickly instruct my ship to move slowly towards them in a dignified fashion, and announce loudly: every time two lives meet, destiny is rewritten, and fate is rewarded.
Well, I mean, that all depends on how good your eraser is, man.
I was about to say, what language is it in?
I'm assuming he's speaking Losau. Yeah.
Does anybody else feel like we just entered a fight stage for Soul Calibur?
Hey guys, hang on. I want to see where this is going.
Who put on the Latin
No.
track on the sonogram?
Wanting to see where it is going is the trap. If you get into curiosity, you will die. That is exactly how this trap goes. I've seen it 100 times.
Okay, I'm surprised I have to remind you of this, because this happened like 2 days ago, but the last time we gave it to curiosity, we upgraded our ship.
You see that wall of tentacles that's like thrashing right now and is quote unquote dignifiedly like consuming our ship at a gentle pace?
Yeah,
I'm going to signal
You want
back.
to see how this plays out because it might be good.
I don't know. You see the saws on the
I'm
front of
going
our
to
ship?
signal back while getting some distance from them because they don't seem to be moving in a fast manner yet. I
Yeah.
was already in the thing. I'm going to signal them as best as I can communicate. We write our own destiny, and right now we believe in preparing for our future.
You can just say that too if you want
think
to,
you're close
because
enough to
they
hear
can
it,
hear
yeah.
you.
Oh, okay. Well, double
Yeah.
sixes.
Okay. Well, yeah. You excellently signal that with both words and fluttery dance moves and flags.
Sorry. Yes.
What a twist.
The Gao on the board gently nods his head in respect and answers back, "The future transcends intrinsic marvel," as his assistant beside quickly writes it down for every beautiful word.
Oh gosh.
I kind of look down. What do these mean? All those words you just said, I asked Chisan and Gomez what the heck those mean.
You got me, bro.
The
He's an
ego
idiot.
illuminates visible mysteries.
Oh, speaking of mysteries. As this is said, I send out my bird out the window the other direction, and I'm gonna use its creepy demon eyes and gonna see a secret about the ship. And see what's going on with the ship. See.
Yeah. What secret does these bird eyes learn?
I don't know, I'm asking you. Oh, wait, no, I'm asking.
I'm asking Vildefelt.
Duh.
That word.
Shoop. It's a name, Ian.
I can't not laugh anymore. God damn it. It's been like 15 times.
It's a different iteration every time.
Oh my god, the evolution is priceless.
It's gonna be a meme.
I'm so bad at names. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
How many times is Pokemon gonna evolve?
Not even its final form.
So you kind of get the sense that it's a reasonably quick ship, but there's a large amount of cargo capacity in it. But you do notice that about half the cargo capacity is just filled with nearly identical appearing books.
Wait, what?
Okay, so I
Cult
see.
ship.
It's
Are
a
they
cult
open
of
air?
personality, yeah.
Like, are the books like open to the sky?
There's windows.
Are they open?
One is, yes.
No, that's too greedy. I will relay this back to the crew. Maybe they trade in knowledge and they won't eat us?
And they won't eat us. I love that sentence.
I
I mean,
feel
nothing's eaten us so far, and if they do, I mean,
Look at where we live.
what?
I feel like sorry, just below deck I was kind of like turning on the ship, but like it's been a while and like we haven't been eaten, but we also haven't like started to leave. So I just kind of like showed up on deck being like, so are we in trouble or are we making friends? What's going on?
I'm relaying everything down to G-Sun as he's making
Breakfast.
breakfast. I don't know what time of day it is. The first meal we've on awakening.
Oh man, what do we even have to cook with? Let's check that out. Oh yeah. Shiny, delicious pollen. I can do something with that. And a rotten green stick? Oh, hell yeah. We're rocking.
No, we're rotten.
Yeah.
I'm imagining just like a nightmare cotton candy right now.
I relay, do you wish to trade information and wish no harm?
Knowledge is the wisdom of objective chaos. But he does wave, and one of the soldiers goes down and quickly comes back with some books.
Are they all the same book?
They appear similar, but there's obviously some sort of labeling system on it.
What would they require? What to trade? Let's see if I'll just ask. I'll relay it to Gomez because he can talk louder than I can.
Heck yeah.
I'm bad at talking loudly, and this is a big distance, and I'm still puttering away as they slowly approach us. I'm just keeping that distance.
All right, so Gomez will be shouting in his screechy voice, but I'll let you speak it. Just assume that he's doing that. I don't want to do that to the listeners.
That's fair.
I respect you all too much.
I was giving you
Oh,
some
right.
goodness.
Oh,
Apparently
okay.
they're trading for knowledge, but I don't know what they want, and I can't shout loud enough for them to hear.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. What do you want? What are you looking for? We have some stuff, but we're not really loaded down or anything. Shouts
The world
cactus.
embraces your own brightness.
Hey, you're pretty cute too.
You know what? I wouldn't have
I
thought to
just
say
kind
that.
of go up to Gomez and I just kind of like in the elbow and I'm like, ask him if I can take a look at the engines and the tentacles. Ask him if I can look at the ship. That's the knowledge I.
Hey, do you want to share lunch? Do you want to like pull up? He's like, I guess takes a flag. He doesn't know signaling, but they wave the flag.
Yay!
Which flag
I
really
think-
matters?
Well, I think that by now they might have picked up like this is the flag that you wave when you just are like, hey, just pull on up. Like we're specifically not going to get spooked and try to pull away if you pull up. Kind of like I don't know signaling flags, but I know what I know a white flag means surrender.
I don't know if I trust them that much.
Well, it's not really going anywhere. Either pull out or don't. He says, or they say, unironically, with no other meaning behind those words.
As food nourishes the stomach nourishes the soul. And the assistant quickly writes it all down.
That's an acceptance. There you go. I just made you all a friend. You're welcome.
Can I hear what this guy is saying now, too? Like, can I also hear that?
Yep.
I feel like it's like broadcasted. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I love this.
I'm relaying it down to Jisun as well.
I'm just kind of like turning to these guys and I'm like, I feel like he's saying a lot, but at the same time, nothing's being said. That just me.
I mean, I feel like if this guy gives me a cordyceps, that's just going to be like a net improvement. I'm fine with this.
Speaking of a cordyceps, I ask Gomez to... can you ask him if it's okay if I have my bird grab the books?
Hey, you mind if his bird grabs the book? We don't want to disrespect your stuff.
Build the felt?
Hidden meaning is a reflection of incredible marvel. As I grab one of the books and hold it to the sky. In deference.
Sweet.
I don't know signaling, but I know what that means.
Birdo starts relaying the amalgam. The amalgam starts
Now
relaying the
it's
books.
a flying birdo.
I know.
Long range bludgeoning damage as it shoots eggs at people.
You grab the book. As you grab the book, you notice that a few of these tentacles have attached themselves to the bottom of your ship. And does anyone want to make a scrutinize or a sense roll?
I can. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a no bueno. How's the bueno down in the galley doing? The kids.
It's super no down here. I mean, like I'm trying to finish breakfast, but no. That's all a ruse. I wouldn't actually be cooking breakfast.
I am going to scrutinize. Yeah.
Yeah, roll away.
I'm just trying
the tentacles be coming in through the galley window.
Do I get a sharps for this?
Yeah, you can use the sharps for this.
Okay. Do I get anything else?
It is your ship that you've just spent the last few days like checking over, plus you're very entranced by this other ship, so I'll give you an advantage because you're looking closely at all these tentacles.
Okay, so that's for 4?
Yep.
I got a 6.
Excellent. You see some of these GAO crew members sliding underneath the tentacles, making their way onto your ship.
Oh dang. Guys, I think we might be being like boarded. Like, it's when was the last time anybody saw any of the orphans? Because we, we need to come up with a better group name for them. I'm just gonna go with ninjas off the top. Okay. Oh shoot. We're being attacked.
You mean our children because we're parents?
Question. We still have those barnacles that attack things down there, don't we?
They don't attack that type of thing. You mean the spearfishers?
Yeah.
Yes. They they're barnacles, but they're not gonna do a lot of damage to large things like a full person-sized thing. They catch like small insects and whatnot.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah.
I just kind of turn to the guys and I'm like, okay, I really, really, really want to see this ship, but I also feel like we need to just turn on the sauce. Just get them running.
All right. Hearing this, I kick that full throttle from neutral.
Go's gonna shout like, "Hey, I think we're about to take off. My crew's getting spooked."
I am shouting up from the hold like, "Oh, really?"
Dude, you can't. That's a lot of shade. Take a mind. No.
You might want to let go, my dude. This is gonna get real fast.
Are the kids in the galley with Jisun, or where are they?
Yeah,
I assume so.
yeah, I'd be feeding them breakfast because that was
Excellent.
like the whole plan of the day.
Okay, good.
The
Just
whole
confirming.
day's plan was breakfast. I love
So, yeah,
your planning.
Until you've eaten it, yes.
Right.
Meldenfelt, they're starting to move. Your tentacles are holding on to their ship. Are you letting go, or are you staying held on?
I think I'm just gonna yell out sort of a signal. Freedom quiets cosmic love, and my ship.
Are you sure the
pulls
ship
in
isn't making love to ours?
cosmic love?
Oh.
I'm
Pay
pretty
attention
sure he
here.
just said freedom is bad, and last time I heard that, there were people farming skin.
So, what is your ship doing? Sorry.
It is pulling in. It is
Okay.
trying to share that cosmic love there.
I don't want
Perfect.
this.
Go ahead.
And suddenly, a giant cloud appears out of nowhere. A giant spore cloud happens.
There it is.
For the bottom of the ship and top of the ship, and suddenly everything is out of sight.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so you guys crank on that engine as you start to drag this ship away with you, / also still not move too much because this ship's tethered to the other two ships. So kind of your ship's trying to drag 3 other ships forward. And it's not going so great. And yeah, this giant spore cloud erupts around you guys, making it very hard to see. Because none of you have spore cloud vision, which is an option for your character.
Question. Just in case
Yes.
the spore cloud has an effect, can I roll seals to protect the people down below deck?
You can try and you can roll seals. Yes, roll seals.
Because they are safe down below deck right now. And I would like to keep them that way. 662.
Yes. So you are able to seal the ship from the spore cloud so that not any of the spores get inside. What would you like your twist to be? Actually, no, I have your twist. Sorry.
Okay, I'm down with that.
So you are able to seal off the ship, and you're able to seal off the ship as you. I assume you ran down there to help seal off the ship. Jisun was down there feeding the children, and you two working together seal off the ship. Just as you realize, as you shut the doors, you were able to seal off and block all of these Gao intruders from coming on board, except one that had snuck on board and is now getting away, holding none other than Tums Tums.
Do I see this?
Yeah, you guys see this. It's visible from everyone as the Gao are it's not visible to everyone. It's just visible to you two, I guess. But you can relate to the others that Tums Tums has been captured.
Play the rescue music and fucking
Tums Tums for description is the 5-year-old child.
Who else can? Whatever. I'm just. I yell out, "I got one!" and just jump off the side and start walking right at it, shooting.
Yeah,
At
I'm gonna fall
Folds.
into defensive stance around the remaining 2 children,
Screaming back
wielding
to
my
drop.
giant frying pan. Still hot.
Yeah, and I'm gonna scream back to drop the Delta Flyer.
Okay, so you're shooting at the wires? Sorry?
No, at the feet. I'm shooting at the feet of the guy carrying Tum Tums.
Okay,
a
that's
spike.
gonna be a really intense roll. So roll shoot.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cut you twice.
Okay.
Because 1, there's a lot of spores, so it's getting hard to see, and 2, you don't want to hit Tums Tums.
Yeah, I'm purposely avoiding Tum Tums.
Yeah.
That was the intent. Okay. So this is going to be shoot plus my instinct mostly because I'm going to be shooting through
and then
the thing, and then afterwards I'll have to roll wave walk to maintain my pace behind them.
And you'll be cutting twice.
Okay, so 4 plus
Cut
2. 1 for the manifold bow.
No, you don't get advantage on this. You don't get you don't get any bonuses. You just get shoot and edges.
I thought with weapons you added the weapon you're using as a dice.
No, the weapon allows you to use the roll shoot. Most circumstances it would give you an advantage, but not in this circumstance.
Okay. Just going to look through my here. Would my head for heights be valid here because of the precarious position?
Nope. Again, you're going to be taking a cut too. I'm sorry.
No. Going through my list.
That's fair.
I doubt the amalgam would help, but let's go with 3 3s and a 1.
3 3s and a 1. So you got a 3 and a 1. No twist. So a 3, if I remember correctly, for combat is a disaster. So you fall, trying to aim, you shoot off an arrow, completely misses, and you have to jump back to the ship as this Gao disappears into the spore cloud and the cables let go of your ship. As you lurch forward a bunch of paces, and then the engines cut as you guys cut the engines to stay here and fight for Tums.
So, well, my spotlight's gone as I'm clambering back on the ship. What are you guys doing?
I think Gomez is gonna get on the Delta Flyer.
Okay. The tentacle-y thing. So they're just kind of bound up at the bottom of the ship.
They're retracting to the ship that they come from.
So it doesn't have us as a hold anymore?
Nope.
No, it let go of you guys.
Okay.
As soon as they got Tum secured. Oh boy, look like we gotta have some murder.
Mm-hmm.
I like how all of us just agree.
What's there to agree on?
I mean, I feel like I just kind of grab my volt rail and my grappling gun, and I just kind of am okay, let's do this.
You can't just go around kidnapping kids, dude. It's reprehensible.
We're
going to bring justice to these people.
I mean, because I did have a plan, and I'm for before that sequence of events started, I feel like I'm just going to quickly use my tool belt because I was kind of already on the way to basically make a small handheld circular saw. So I'm just going to use my tool belt to make that. So I've got that, I've got my bolt rail, and I've got my gun and my puppers, and we're
Yep.
we're joining you. We're yeah, we got this. Goggles on, let's go.
Jumping on the Delta Flyer.
Yeah. Is anybody
Excellent.
staying behind to babysit the other kids?
Well, I can bring the ship around once I climb back on and inform Jisun of what's happening, if he doesn't already know.
We should all go. Oh, I know. I'm just saying we should bring them. They're capable.
That's true. They are capable.
They could totally punch a cultist in the face, and they took their brother. They're going to be not happy.
That's true.
All we have to do is arm them with some sticks, and they are going to be great.
Cool.
As
we're going over, I sharpened some sticks for them.
Vilmdefelt, what are you doing on your ship? As as your crew member brings Tums beside you. This 5-year-old is kicking and screaming and trying to break free.
Okay. Is the other crew still in listening range?
No, not if you don't project your voice.
Okay. I would like to project my voice out how loud as I can.
Excellent. So everybody else, you can currently hear this.
Okay. I have finally rescued my adopted son. How dare you steal him away from me? I finally have what rightfully is mine.
I just kind of turn to the others and I'm like, well, that's deeply ironic.
All you see is just this writhing mass of spiders just they're outside my face mask.
Okay, and I would like my ship to start running, leaving a very broad spore cloud behind it.
Okay.
Aha. Tricks. Gotcha.
What is everyone doing? You can hear their ship starting to like clamber through the trees as it's leaving. You guys are currently prepping. You were prepping the Delta Flyer. I don't know if that will be fast enough. So you guys
we'll just use our ship or whatever.
Good call. Good call.
We're giving chase. We're giving chase. That's the goal.
Okay.
And my bird is still in the sky, and I can see through its eyes. Screw that spore cloud.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You're above the spore cloud. You can see. You don't see the ship itself, but you can see kind of like it's generating the spore cloud, so you can see the movement and direction of where it's going.
Someone else should hop onto the driving pod because I'm probably going to be leaping out of the ship again.
Yeah, so does someone want to roll for speed?
Yeah, I'll roll for speed. Watch me.
I relay what's happened down to G-Son and ask him to prepare the kids for boarding.
I will give you an advantage because Wildsea is using his bird intelligently to give you directions as to where this thing is going.
Okay, I got a 6, a 5, a 4, and a 4.
Excellent.
What's the drive-by?
Success with a twist. You're able to literally pull the ship alongside this other ship to the point where you can't see exactly through the spore cloud, but you can start to make out some slight shapes in the spore cloud, and you're side by side this other ship. Do you want to go for your twist?
Yeah. I think when we because like this means we catch up, right? Like
yes.
Yeah. I think the twist is that we actually get tangled up enough that like we could shimmy, we could shake off, like either one of us could shake each other off, but it would take enough time that there really is no immediately getting away from one another.
Okay, so like the other ship's tentacles are now kind of tangled in your ship a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like they're caught up in our saw or whatever.
So it takes more than one action to disappear?
Yeah. Okay. Wilmfeld, you're currently caught up in slightly tangled in with this other ship that has now caught up to you. What are you doing?
Okay. Okay, how big is the ship that's connected up to me?
Slightly smaller than yours, but it's still considered a large class vessel.
So I would like to yell back, is this not a fair trade for the knowledge?
Yeah, you guys did receive a book, by the way.
3 books?
Oh, yeah, sorry, 3 books. Yes, which I will detail later. But yes, you did receive 3 books.
I quickly look at one of the books and I just kind of start skimming the first couple pages, just be all like, wait, we got books for the kid? What does it say? I'm curious now. What's in the book?
Reading the books, you see that it appears to be because you saw that that Gao member writing down in a book everything that Wildenfeld said.
Yeah.
It appears to literally just be
all of the same
log after log of every word Wildenfeld has ever said.
I just kind of shout at the ship, I'm going to go with no about the fair trade thing, because you need a better hobby.
Also, if you are reading this book, Rook?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a whisper for reading this book.
Oh, dear. As long as it's not breaking my brain.
You got the whisper strange words.
Nice.
I don't like where this is going.
But yeah, so you guys have 3 books, and they took Tums as payment for the 3 books. It's a fair trade.
It's a good thing we're pirates, because we're about to unfair the trade.
I have altered the deal.
We were all thinking it. It's good.
Yeah.
You did it better than I could.
So what are you guys doing downstairs?
I arm them with the biggest cleavers and or kitchen knives that I can, and I'm going to charge up onto the deck, and as soon as I have an ample opportunity, I'm going to leap. I'm either going to, let's gangplank it. Like, let's grab the big board, and we'll flap it down.
Big board.
Yeah, the big board. We'll flap it down when we have a good moment, and then we'll run across it and start smacking dudes.
Nice. I mean, like at least that's how... Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
No, that's just like that's what I'm planning to do. Like, who knows how it's going to actually go?
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of like with you, and as you're arming the kids with like cleavers and other things that you're not supposed to give children. I'm just kind of giving them like a very quick, like mom, like kind of like. Okay, so what you do is you stick them with the pointy end, then you make sure that you don't point it at yourselves and be very careful when you're running with it. And also make sure that you stick to scraps just so you make sure. And if you have any kind of ouchies or boo-boos, make sure that the other guy has more before you stop to take care of them. Like just kind of like going through this thing and just kind of, trying to give them his best advice for, not that I know anything about this. I'm just, neurotically.
Stick them with the pointy end, yeah.
Hearing this last one, I kind of pause mid-step. Just kind of shake my head and keep walking. It's future me's problem.
Yeah.
And
also,
guys...
I'm fully gonna if we board plank this thing, I'm fully like grappling gun, full pirate swinging on a rope with my sword. Even though I don't have a sword, but I do have a cattle prod.
As you guys start to move, like to throw a plank down to board, you can like arrows rain down and roll, dodge, or brace, I guess.
Would we have a bonus for cover from our deck? Like different things on it?
No, because they are able to see through the spore cloud perfectly. Damn. They took spore vision.
I have neither dodge nor brace.
Okay.
I have a dodge.
I have 3 tracked.
I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
I do have Skybridge Step though.
Yeah.
A defensive dance that keeps me out of harm's way.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna get one of the 4 of you roll how the whole crew is gonna dodge this or brace for this thing, and that will be the roll.
6-2.
6 and 2? Okay. So you guys, each of the 4 of you can take 1 damage, and each of the children is going to take 1 damage. As
can it absorb an extra damage for a child?
Yes, you can. Do you want to absorb a damage for Rocky or for Colt?
Take 1 for Colt.
Okay.
I will
take 1 for Rocky.
An arrow with a jaw spear.
Perfect. So you guys...
And I will take 1 on my carapace.
So, Zitzi take an extra, and Jisun take an extra as you block for the children. And everybody else take 1 point of damage wherever you want it.
There we go.
Okay. And perfect. So, you guys, as you try to board this thing, any attempt to move that plank back on, you just get a volley of arrows coming your way.
Okay.
I pick up the big plank and I'm like, well, in that case, and I just kind of like try to like prop it up as a shield. Anybody got any other ideas?
I got one. I start shouting about the waves. I start using the whisper turning waves. And before they shoot the next volley,
go for it.
Can I also use the specimen of my living spiky seed to modify it?
Yes. Are you doing a hex then?
I'm trying to increase the effect of increase or alter the effect of the whisper using a specimen. So I may have to roll for this.
Yeah, roll hex.
Okay.
Because this sounds like a hexy type thing.
Okay. Because I'm using my whisper as well with the churning waves.
Yeah.
And what I want to do is I want their entire ship to list to the left, like towards us.
Yeah.
Okay. With the churning being so violent that a bunch of the crewmates, the archers that just shot at us, falling off the deck into a giant like sea of nettles at the bottom.
Okay.
With the like just a giant like immature patch of those chocolate raspberries, so they're just thorns and no fruit.
I did state those were thornless, remember? But these ones happen to have thorns because you're
This is a
putting the
mutant.
spiky on them.
Yeah, because it's the
exactly.
living variant of the spiky seed.
Yeah.
Okay, and so would you say I get advantage? So 4 dice.
You have one for hex, one for your edge, and you can have advantage.
One.
Yeah, so
and then
you
one for the
3
seed,
dice.
and then one for the advantage.
No, 3 dice because the seed will give you advantage.
Okay, yeah, I will take it. 663.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're. Sorry, Wildenfeld. I know you were about to say something, but just before you were about to say what you were going to say, your ship tilts to the left hard as a bunch of your archers fall off of the ship into a bunch of spikes and brambles as they like start to climb and like scramble back towards your ship, getting scratched up and hit pretty hard. So yeah, now you can say your piece.
Okay. So, so coming through the spore cloud, there's this bulky object just flying through the air aiming for right in the middle of your ship. It looks like sort of package. It is all sealed up with like a double belt system to hold it together, and it goes flying through the air. You kind of realize, I assume pretty quickly, it's 4 more books.
Can't
in the
could
confusion.
Gomez roll tilt to avoid it? Like, nope, fuck your books.
In the confusion, Gomez is gonna shout out, Tums, remember your training. I'm using the whispers, abandoned children.
Yes.
And I'm attempting. I don't. Would I roll my outwit, or would stuff just happen?
No. Stuff will just happen. That's a good one. So abandoned children. So as these 4 books hit you, and Wildenfeld, as your ship rocks and moves in these waves, Tums putting on his mask that he had dangling off to the side disappears from your crew member's arms as you watch him dive off of the edge of your boat. Tums is now flying through the air and will not make it to your guys' ship. You need to do something.
Gomez is going to scramble.
I have a grappling hook.
I will jump off my ship to save my child.
Oh, okay. So Gomez, roll scramble, and that'll be competing with. If you fail, Wildenfeld will have scrambled and caught. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I blindly jump to counter him?
We're gonna do one roll at a time here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay then. I'm waiting for that roll.
I think I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. It looks like 2 5s.
Yeah, double 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing the result. So, okay.
2 5s.
Ooh, oh, okay.
Okay.
5.
So yeah, you are able to like scramble and catch Tumtum's hand as he's diving through the air, but he also his foot gets caught by Wildenfeld there, and the twist. Yeah, that's the twist. Is Wildenfeld was also able to catch his foot.
Okay, I'm okay with that because now
So
we don't
we're
have
just
to
tug-of-warring
go
Tum-Tums
look
right
for
now.
him.
Yeah.
Well, there's the
Yeah,
sea, and we're moving at speed still.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are. This is terrifying. So Tums, this little 5-year-old, is being held by like his hands to Gomez and his feet to Wildenfeld as the 2 ships rocket in like not fast because they're slightly tangled, but do move forward, and the sea beneath them is churning of prickle bushes.
It's like that scene from Pirates of the Caribbean with the ships are like fused together at the bottom of the whirlpool.
So when they make eye contact, or whatever sensory organs they have, Gomez says, maybe it'd be safer for you if you took back your words.
I answer back, the unexplainable relies on reckless timelessness.
Okay, I have to Matthew McConaughey him.
Yep.
I can't do it anymore. I have a whisper for this. I'm going to leap off the edge and I'm going to whisper sharp silver fangs, and then I'm going to hit him with my giant frying pan, and hopefully send him into the abyss.
Excellent. Yeah, you dive over because it's a whisper. You're just going to get it. You jump off your ship as you come down on Wildenfelt with your frying pan. As your frying pan, it suddenly opens up, it splits as if it's being pulled apart in some weird magical way. And inside your frying pan is this mouth of silver fangs as it just bites down on Wildenfelt, making him let go. And you are currently holding on to your spoon, holding on to Wildenfelt, who's standing on his ship, as everyone else is on their ship. So Wildenfelt, you are now dangling on your arm is a spoon biting you, and another gal holding on to that spoon.
Giant spoon.
Yes, giant spoon, sorry.
So, the cosmos heals potential destiny. So I feel like my crew would probably try to help me out at this point.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the ship is properly fitted with a wrecker's magnet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the crew would be swinging around to grab that spoon away.
Oh no, you did it!
And the frying pan and any belts.
Excellent.
What do I have?
Anyone have anything? Nope. Okay. Yeah.
How big of a sorry? How
Shooter.
The magnet thing. How big is it?
It's 5 feet in diameter. Yeah. So yeah, Jisun, there's a giant magnet that gets pulled out, and you can feel as Wildenfelt kind of throws his arm towards the magnet, you feel your giant spoon get stuck to the magnet, and you're still holding on to Wildenfelt's arm, but you're now completely on this ship, holding onto your spoon that's stuck to this magnet.
Oh, rats.
So the two ships are stuck together by two organic bodies holding on to each other.
No, your ship
holding on to Wildenfelt, who's holding on to him with a magnet, and both ships are now being pulled together.
The magnet is pulling the other ship a little bit.
Is it a rope or a chain?
Is what, a rope or a chain?
Attaching the magnet to their ship.
It's just well, actually, Wildenfelt, do you want to describe how your magnet is attached?
It is braided cable.
Like electrical
onto
cable,
sort of a large crane thing so it can go over the edge easily.
What's it made of?
What is what made of?
The crane.
Most of it's made out of steel aluminum alloy.
Well,
you asked the question.
Yeah.
Well,
I yell out, "Let go of the magnet," or I blast your boss's arm off, holding up a manifold bow with an explosive arrow tip on the tip at point blank range. I don't need to negotiate when I've got a bomb.
Wildenfelt?
So, is the spore cloud still going on?
Yeah, but you guys, your ships are now close enough that you can make out shapes through the spore cloud. Or at least they can. You obviously can see through it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're close enough that I can't miss with an explosive arrow.
Well, you can miss. It's just really hard.
Shut the front door, Firefly!
So, he is currently on my ship, correct?
Jisun is currently on your ship, yes. He is also his spoon is still holding onto your arm.
No, I thought Jisun was on our ship going across the gap holding onto his arm.
No,
as
Jisun,
I picture it, my spoon is holding on to him. I'm still grappling him. We happen to now both be stuck to a magnet because the spoon is stuck to the magnet.
Yeah, and the magnet is over his ship, or moving towards his ship, at the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I threatened to blow his arm off unless the magnet lets go.
Wildenfeld, you let go of the magnet.
Do fungi grow back limbs?
They can, yes.
Kind of up to you.
Yeah.
If you decide that they do, then they do.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to yell out to my crew then. Another instruction.
Excellent.
Okay. So I would like to yell out to them that each of us self-interacts with visible success, and immediately the crew runs in to quickly grab our craned individuals.
Oh no.
Okay, so they're grabbing you and Jisun?
Yes.
Okay. Jisun, they are about to grab you. What are you doing?
Oh no. Crap, I can't do anything about... can I try to wrench myself away from the magnet, or was it so strong that it just pulled me up through the air?
You can try. If you want to try, you can try.
I really don't feel like losing my frying pan after I just got it.
Yeah.
You do have a mechanical limb, which is stronger.
Yep. It feels no pain. Increase impact when defending yourself.
Yeah, But does kicking people in the face to keep them from grabbing you, does that count as defending yourself?
Oh, 10 out of 10 kicking people in the face.
What do you
Whole
think?
self-defense counts.
I've never heard.
I'm gonna just then hold on both hands onto my giant spoon, just like a bar to basically brace myself against, and then just start spear kicking dudes in the face as much as I can.
Can I please reverse the polarity of my magnet?
Oh no!
As you just about to kick one of these people in the face, the magnet reverses polarity. You rip Wildenfeld's arm off as you fly over and land on the deck of your ship, as Wildenfeld is gently dropped down with only one arm on his ship, or their ship, I should say.
Can I gracefully tumble?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to yell out to Gomez, because we have Tums Tums back now too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh wait, no, he'd rather Tums Tums. So Rook is the closest one who can react. Peel off.
Yeah. Is there anything still attaching us to the ship?
You're a little bit tangled, but if you roll for speed, and take one cut, that should do it.
Okay. What am I rolling for? What am I rolling again?
So 3 dice, because your ship rating for speed is 3. So 3 dice, cut 1.
That's gonna be a 4.
Nice.
Okay. 4 is a conflict. So your ship is going to take some damage. It'll take 2 points of damage. And I'm going to damage your armor and your seals. And you will be able to break away, and you are now moving away from the other ship. Wildenfeld, what are you doing?
Okay. So I currently have no hostages, right?
You currently have no hostages.
And some of my crew is on the ground covered with thorns?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to take just... how far away from me are they right now?
Maybe 100 paces.
Yeah. Do I have any things to shoot things? I assume I have a catapult.
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to it to set up the catapult, fill it with the proper ammo, and send it off for another 3 books.
Tilt that, please.
You're sending off 3 more books?
3 more books. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, actually, you know what? As you start to launch the catapult, your ship slowly starts getting covered in, as your ship as well, Bowbreaker.
Oh.
Both ships are starting to hear this scuttling noise as scorpion gators, which are
No.
crocodile-sized scorpions with alligator heads, start crawling onto the ship. And yeah, you catapult these 3 books, and it happened to clip a scorpion gator. So a scorpion gator and 3 books lands on your guys' ship as you rocket away.
But is it dead?
Books are often that way, yes.
Books are a living world of knowledge. I'm sure that's got to be written down in one of your journals somewhere.
Dang, I'm gonna
It's got to be in here somewhere.
The scorpion gator is dead on your ship. But there are other ones climbing on your ship if you guys don't hightail it as Sky set up.
I can still do
Are
we're
we
doing
in motion already?
You are in motion.
And they're
I'm
chasing
just
us?
saying, are you chasing them?
No, I'm going to try to disappear into a cloud of spores and hopefully rescue the
Your ship
few
and
people
crew?
that fell.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, so Wildenfeld's ship is dissipated into spores and noise as you hear them fighting off the scorpion gators. And you guys gun it, making these, getting these scorpion gators to, slide off your ship slowly as you just flee.
I yell out Vendetta, and if I ever find you again, I swear to God, I'll cut off all your other limbs and make sure they never grow back.
Gomez is like, chill, he's gone, he can't hear you anymore.
Just 1,000 spider moving faces just look at you.
Just like they all, you turn the helmet head, and then all the little tiny heads inside are also turned to look.
Wildenfeld, are you going to yell back a response?
I would love to.
Yeah.
A formless void is inextricably connected to objective energy.
I'm gonna eat you.
Nice.
I just kind of look back at the ship that what? What? Just what? Just that blank what face,
It's the first time I've ever threatened to eat somebody.
That's a good wisdom. Of all the things that he said, I think that was the only one that actually made any sense. I mused to myself.
That's how he gets you.
I'm also going to give Gomez and Rook especially dirty looks, because it was hey, look, I saw this coming. I knew this was going to be bad, and they were like, no, this is totally fine. We're going to completely let this overtake us until it's way too late.
And I shoot a volt arrow at one of these gators coming up behind Jisun as he's giving this look.
I just kind of come back and I'm in my defense, and then I assume we cut away.
Yeah. On that note, I was Ian.
I was Austin.
I will always be Bev.
I was Dylan.
I'm Jonathan.
And our special guest star was
Wilmenfeld.
There we go. We were sponsored by nobody. Signing off.